Hey guys, this is Austin, and today I'm here with a review of the brand new iPad mini. Coming in between 7-inch tablets like the Nexus 7 and the full-sized iPad, hit up that like button and let's take a look. To start with, let's go over the design. One look at the mini and you'll clearly be able to tell it's an iPad, although along with the smaller screen, you also get a smaller bezel. I typically use the mini in landscape because of this, although iOS now ignores accidental touches, which works quite well. Along the sides, you'll see a small polished edge which resembles the iPhone 5, and you'll also find an aluminum back which matches the color of your device. One of the biggest surprises for me is just how thin and light it is. To put it in perspective, it's closer to an iPhone than the iPad in weight, which makes it easier to hold and carry. One of the most common questions I've been asked about the mini is how's the screen? There's no getting around it, this isn't a Retina display in the slightest. While the panel itself is quite good with nice saturation and good viewing angles, the resolution is flat out bad. Most people will be able to forget about it after a little bit of time with the device, but for me, one look at even the less than spectacular Nexus 7 screen, and I immediately start noticing the lack of details, especially in text. Look past the screen, however, and what you'll find is a tablet that makes the full-size iPad feel obsolete. The size is still big enough for the normal tablet experience, but it's much more portable. iOS and apps are scaled down to fit the smaller screen, which means some things feel a bit too small, but it's something you get used to. Overall though, iOS is identical, so if you've used an iPad, you'll know exactly what you're getting here. You'll also find stereo speakers built in, which sound quite good and absolutely destroy the quiet little speaker on the Nexus 7. As far as specs go, the iPad mini isn't bad. Powering it is an Apple A5 dual-core processor clocked at 1 GHz and half a gigabyte of RAM. As this is the same combo powering the iPad 2 and iPhone 4S, it's a bit outdated compared to the latest and greatest, but there's still enough power to handle most anything you throw at it. Next to an iPad 4, you'll notice a difference, and it would be nice to have more horsepower, but as of now it's perfectly acceptable. Moving on to the App Store, I definitely have to say that apps are the best part of the mini. After using a Nexus 7 for the last few months, I had forgotten what it's like to use apps and games designed for a tablet. Practically everything from the App Store works on the mini, and there's enough quality stuff here to put the iPad way ahead of any other tablet out there. The iPad mini features a pair of cameras, a 1.2 megapixel shooter up front and 5 megapixels out back. Quality is identical to on the iPod Touch 5th generation and iPad 4, which is perfectly acceptable for a quick shot, but seriously, don't take pictures with tablets. Definitely not cool. Battery life is very impressive. Even though the battery is less than half the size of the iPad 4, you should still be able to get 10 hours of mixed use and even more with just using the tablet to read and surf the web. The iPad mini is an excellent tablet, and I don't hesitate to say it's worth the $330 price of entry. As much as I love the Nexus 7, the mini outclasses it in design and destroys it in app selection. The screen is a sore disappointment, but not a deal breaker, and performance and battery life are top notch. Waiting for a Retina display next year might not be a bad idea, but if you're buying a tablet right now, the iPad mini is the best small tablet, period. If you're interested in winning a new iPad mini, be sure to check out my giveaway here, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Anyway, I will catch you guys in the next one.